Hello, 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 my friends. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are in the world. If you're here, please kindly put a like. I would really appreciate the like and say hello in the chat, especially if you're a regular that constantly attends these live sessions. As always, before we commence, you'll be able to find the link to my Patreon private group in the description of this video and in the comments down below once this live session is over. And as always, before I say hello to everyone, and start answering questions. Let's talk about what's going on in the market. Nothing has changed since the live yesterday. Bitcoin is still stuck in the range where it was stuck. The higher low is still being respected of roughly 25K. XRPs is still roughly stuck at 52 cents. Ethereum in the same range where it was. Nothing really has changed. Nothing drastic has happened. There's no major news event. If you follow me on Twitter, you probably saw me not that it really matters, but as just something that pointed it out. I think that probably September will be a bearish month. If you look at what September has done historically, predominantly it's been a bearish month. And therefore, since there will probably be some corrections and crashes, we will probably have some kind of strong narrative, fear-inducing narrative of crypto going to zero or Bitcoin going to $500, or I don't know, basically something negative and bad. Basically, the narrative is going to hit in September for these corrections and crashes to come. That's why I expect. Not that it really matters once again, because all we do is we follow our plan, we follow the million spreadsheet, we follow the targets, and we follow the technique and method of diversification and dollar cost averaging there. As I said, there's not much to discuss. The swing trades for XRP haven't started yet because we're still not in the 5 to the 35 cent dollar range. If XRP goes, we're going to start swing trading. Like I said, that will take $30,000 and I'll be swing trading live, and all the members on Patreon will be able to follow the trades. Other than that, boring price action. We need the range to break it upside or downside to see whether or not higher lows are going to hold, or if not, if they're going to break. So yeah, Reba Bunhead, hello, how are you doing, bud? Good to have you here. Wade Hutchins, good to have you here. Hope you're well in Arizona. The man from Chicago, good to see you here, buddy. Love your name as always. NMP says, hello, Rob. Thanks for all you do. Joined your Patreon this summer. No regrets. Cheers, brother. I'm very glad that you're a part of the Patreon. Sergio Azevedo, how are you doing, bud? Good to see you here. My friend Draco Magnus, how are you? He says, hey, brother. I'm on vacation. Just came to say a big hello to you and Fam King. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. The family as well. I hope your family as well, too. Where are you on vacation? Pablo, it's good to see you, too, brother. Thank you. XRP Hard 589. Hey there, brother. Good to see you here. Gerald Van der Green, it's good to see a member here. Hello, my friend. How are you? Hope you're well in the Netherlands. So yeah, as you can see, basically where the title of this live discusses the narrative that's currently out there. It's a very predominant narrative that XRP is about to go to $10 soon. A lot of people are still hanging on to that. And then we also have a very predominant narrative out there that Bitcoin is going to reach at least 70K this year, basically because that would make a new all-time high, right? I just don't see it happening. As I keep saying, I don't see anything wrong with XRP hitting $10 eventually in the long run, in the euphoria phase with the rest of the market. Not that it's 100% given, but I don't see anything wrong with that prediction. And I'll be taking profits early, as I will be taking profits early with all the other coins, and probably I'll be stopped out and take profits with some coins, and my price targets will not be hit on some coins, but I'll still exit with great profits because I'll be setting take profits for all coins after huge crashes to make sure I get out in a profit, right? But the issue that I take is that basically we have these unrealistic timeframes that are, historically speaking, are based on nothing but elite wave theories and basically this traditional TA that doesn't work most of the time. If you, for example, currently were watching videos or reading tweets about technical analysis where basically XRP was about to hit $10 sooner than it was supposed to moon, please pay attention to the fact that it did not happen. the lawsuit pump was fully retraced. I love the lawsuit news. It's a very important event, not just for Ripple, XRP, and XRP investors, but for the entire crypto space. As I keep saying, that was a big win, and I'm very happy to see that. It's amazing because, like I said, major exchanges either relisted or listed XRP. That's also wonderful, and I have a lot of XRP in my portfolio, so all that stuff is very good. And like I mentioned, but nothing that doesn't mean anything short term, right? If you're on my Patreon at 88 cents. I published an article, a publication saying that I'm expecting a retrace back to the 51 cent to the 59 cent zone. That's exactly what happened. We're currently at 52 cents in that zone. We did not pump to $10, right? So we're back where we were before the news. And I did also mention back then that this is amazing news, though, because long term it means that when coins start pumping and the euphoria phase hits, people no longer now have a reason to stay away from XRP. There's no longer this thundercloud and scary narrative hanging over XRP. And also people now have easy access. So all the people that were not able to buy, XRP on Coinbase, for instance, in the last cycle, they'll be able to do so in this cycle if Coinbase is still around and it doesn't go down, like FTX. So yeah, very important, but it's very important to also keep it realistic, manage your expectations, because I really don't know why would anybody thought that's about to pump to $10. I know that TA wise and all that, I know that the setups looked very familiar to 2017, but we had the same thing narrative back in 2021. We basically had people say that Bitcoin is going to do what it did in the last 4 months or something, saying basically that we're going to have this correction and then a new all-time high. And I kept saying the chances of that happening are very, very little, and that most likely we're not going to do that. And I think that most likely we're about to drop 70, 80, and 90%. And that's what happened. We did not repeat that fractal. Fractals very often don't come true, which is why you must mainly stick to percentages. And if the timeframes can be applicable as a secondary metric, and they align with percentages, you can use that too, and market sentiment. So I believe those are much more important than fractals, because so far I don't think I've ever seen a fractal that has worked out 100%. Every single fractal breaks sooner or later. And this fractal for XRP that everybody was referring to, it just broke down. So, the narrative really changed very quickly from $10 XRP to $2,000 Bitcoin. I know people don't like to hear this, but I don't know why, these people who keep predicting this nonsense and it never comes true, and they get a few handful of things right. I really don't know how they have hundreds of thousands of followers. The people, I think it would be a much better idea to listen to other people who are much more accurate, who do make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes, but it really surprises me. I guess people will love hype, especially hype that's really backed by sound reasoning, because that gives them hope. But as you can well see, once again, instead of XRP pumping to $10, XRP retraced to roughly 50 cents, as I said it would. So perhaps maybe listen this time, once again. I guess maybe just ground your expectations. International Crypto Asset Ninja, my friend, is here. He's saying, hi, Rob. Thanks for your diligent hard work. Second stream. Thank you, brother. I appreciate the nice word, and thank you for being here. Luis Mendez, how are you doing, brother? Good to have you here. International Crypto Asset Ninja saying, patiently waiting with you for the market to give better entries. I like the quieter Twitter these days. Bots bodes well for us. Yeah, absolutely, my friend. Same. So, like I keep saying, with the exception of a few gems that I find here and there that are very volatile, like I said, the low caps and small caps and mid caps that we do buy sometimes in the $99 here with expectations of 50 to 100x profits in the euphoria phase of the cycle. If we take that aside, and like I said, invest tiny amounts of money into these coins, right? For me, it's $500 to $3,000 per coin, which is for me small, right? So it's not even 10% of my entire investment portfolio. The main play, over 90%, is the Millionaire spreadsheet. And we stick to the Millionaire spreadsheet. We do what the Millionaire spreadsheet says. It has been working this method for 2 cycles, and this is the 3rd cycle. So far, it has been working wonderfully. We waited for huge crashes that people said that would never come. They came with all cost averaged, without trying to catch the bottom. A lot of those entries are now in profit. If we're to dollar cost average more and add to our bags, it can only be done in accordance with the Millionaire spreadsheet, which means basically it's not enough for the market just to crash, which means that the market would have to crash so hard, in fact, that would get new lows. So you have these scary narratives out there about people saying that Bitcoin could crash to $2,000, and that XRP could go to 10 or 5 cents. Wonderful, bring it on. You know what I mean? Bring it on. That Ethereum could crash much lower to like $400 or something. Bring it on. We have these entries in the Million spreadsheet for a reason. Yes, some entries that have already been executed, like with Doge, that means that they would be temporarily at big losses. But once again, that's fine. We've gone through this already twice before. When sometimes you buy a coin, an altcoin, after 90% crash and crashes another 90%, it's not a biggie. Some coins will recover, some will not, which is exactly why we diversify without favoring one coin over another. But altogether, the whole point of the strategy is to make sure that as many of the entries can hit, and in order for these entries to hit, we have to have some horrific, very scary, terrible narrative. I don't know, something on Georgia, like I said earlier, Binance going insolvent, and I can't think of something else. Let's say Coinbase going down like FTX, something terrible, basically, something very scary, and something like Bitcoin going below $10,000, closer to like 5K, to really, really shake everybody out and really get rid of all the permabulls and the moon boys. If something scary like that would happen, that would be amazing for us, because basically the majority, if not all of our entries, would be struck. That I'm pretty sure in a scenario like that, every single entry in the Million especially would probably be hit. And I would love for that to happen, honestly. It does mean that the market cycles would prolong, that will probably tack on another 2 or 3 years to the cycle. But once again, I'm fine with that, right? Either way, whichever way the market goes right now, what we do is we hold our targets that are currently in profit, that we bought after huge crashes. We hold these targets no matter what happens. They are still great targets. Remember, we're not chasing bottoms. We don't need the exact bottom. We don't touch the money that's on the sidelines that you've been putting aside for roughly a year, as it states in the Million spreadsheet, right? We wait. And that money, the sideline capital, it's either sidelined forever if the market pumps and starts putting in higher highs and higher lows, and we start laddering out and taking profits and trading take profits. Either that money is never going to be invested, or it's only going to be invested at new lows if the market crashes hard. If the market does not crash hard, we miss out with that percentage of capital. For me, that's roughly 45% of an investment capital that is still not in the market. Roughly 55% of my investment capital is in the market already. And I'm going to hold that 55%, no matter how horrific the narrative seems out there, and it's going to seem pretty horrific if our entries hit. And I'm going to take that 45% that's remaining on the sidelines, and I'm going to use that to keep dollar cost averaging and diversifying into the coins that I've selected. No matter how terrible the narrative out there is, ignoring the noise, ignoring the headlines and the news and all that. So if that happens, if it doesn't happen, we'll hold what we have. We don't force entries. I cannot reiterate this enough. I keep repeating the same thing ad nauseum, time and again. Do not force entries. It's better to miss out with the capital that is sidelined, than to keep buying the dip, or force an entry, and then you basically have no more money to use if the market crashes hard and gives us new lows. You're basically then in a situation where you can't bring down your average, you can't dollar cost average and get better entries. So now you're in a position where the market simply needs to bounce back for you to make back your money and not to be in profit. So basically, if you force entries now and the market crashes, once it bounces, you will simply make back your money, your losses. Yeah. Whereas if you follow the strategy, what will happen is that you will be in profits once the market bounces. And just like it is right now, when the entries that we had with Bitcoin at roughly 20,000 lower, and with Ethereum under $1,900, right? So you get the point. So understand that there's no perfection in this world. Understand that you're not going to get every single entry. You're not going to get every single target when we're going to be selling in for your fees. Understand that we're not chasing tops and bottoms, that you don't have to buy the bottom and time the bottom and sell the top and sell the top. All you got to do in this market is be realistic, zoom out, keep a macro perspective, buy low, sell high, and preferably buy very low and sell very high. Nobody needs to buy the bottom and sell the top. That's unrealistic. That is just fairy tale stuff. That's basically fantasy. It can rarely be done, and therefore you should not strive to achieve that. What you should strive to achieve, which is exactly what we're doing: buy low, sell high, buy very low, sell very high. Come into this market with the money and leave with the life-changing amount, the kind of money that you're not going to make anywhere. Don't forget that 80% of investors in crypto lose money, and 90% of traders in general lose money, and 95% of day traders lose money. So if you come into this market, let's say with even something like 10K, and you leave with 100K, you not just outperformed the majority, you did amazingly well, right? And I think we'll do even better than that. The point I'm trying to make is don't have unrealistic expectations. To make crazy amounts of money, if you came into the cycle, let's say with like 10 or 20K, is going to take 2 cycles, for the majority. Once again, most people will lose money. But if you simply follow the strategy, follow the method, you be realistic, you will make way more money than most people. And it will still take you 2 cycles. It took me 2 cycles. Like I said, I came into this game with $12,800, turned that into a few $100,000. And then that in the second cycle into over $1 million, right? I'm not going to say the exact sum, but millionaire. So my point that I'm trying to make is it's going to take time. Anybody who's telling you that you can make money fast in crypto is lying to you. There's this concept and idea out there that you come into crypto with a little amount of money, you become super rich overnight. Not the way that it works. This concept, an erroneous concept, that comes basically from people who come into the market in the last 200 to 300 days of the cycle, the euphoria phase. When they throw money at anything, and like 200 days later, that thing has 10, 20, 30, maybe 50x, right? That's not how it works, because the way the cycle works is that you have to await major crashes, 70, 80, 90, 95, 90, 90% crashes, dollar cost average, hold for a very long time, wait for the market to start building higher highs and higher lows for a very long time. And then you get to the euphoria stage where you start setting trading take profits and laddering out. And once you've gotten out of any coin, you never get back in, and you do not rotate profits. You only buy back after major crashes once again. Then you get to the golden era, right? The euphoria phase. But you got to deserve it. So it doesn't, usually so far it's taken roughly 4 years plus, give or take. Maybe cycles are lengthened a little bit, even if the 4-year cycle roughly is there. And if we lose 15K Bitcoin, like I said, you can tack on another 2-3 years this cycle. But so far, there's nothing to suggest that market cycles are lengthening. So far, everything that's been happening has happened the way it has happened before. Even then, if that's going to stay intact, that's not going to change. Euphoria phase is only going to kick in roughly 2025. And people are telling you that Bitcoin is about to hit a new all-time high in 2023. That in 2024, Bitcoin is going to be for sure roughly worth around $250,000 or $280,000. It's just nonsense. It's just nonsense. If you pay attention to these people who've been telling you that Bitcoin is going to hit a new all-time high of $200,000 this year, notice that they're already shifting the goalposts. Notice what they're answering already when people ask them, like, "Are you sure it's going to happen?" At the beginning of this year, they were telling you that they're sure that this year is going to happen, right? In 2023. Now there are only 3 months remaining, pretty much. So now they're already shifting the goalposts, saying, read the replies. Once people ask them the tweets on Twitter, now they reply something like, "Yeah, it's either this year or maybe like 2 or 3 months into next year. Then next year is not going to happen." And then they'll tell you like maybe 6 months into the year. Then 6 months into the year, it's not going to happen. And they're going to be like maybe by the end of the year. And by the end of the year, they're going to be like, "Well, it looks like it didn't work out. Looks like it's going to happen next year." So my point is, pay attention to what you're being told. A lot of people think that I'm negative. I don't know why people think I'm negative. Like, if I came into this market, right, with a tiny amount of money, became financially free, and I'm teaching you and telling you how to do it, right? And you can easily apply it and learn, like, why is that negative? That's what I don't understand, right? Why is reality negative? Why is making money negative, right? Like, there's so many of these people that you don't even know what they look like, right? All they do is post bullish videos, bullish tweets, show you utter garbage, right? And even they don't have enough money, that they're not making enough money to simply do something like, I don't know, move to Dubai, for example, right? Or buy a new car, or I don't know, travel the world, or get this and that. That's how shit they are at investing. That's the point I'm trying to make, right? They keep making money off clicks, likes, and the like. But how much have they actually made off the markets, right? I can tell you one guy that I respect, one of the very, very few people that I respect in this game that has made money investing in this market, Tory Corton, my friend, a friend of mine on Twitter, another very realistic dude, another guy whose strategy is a lot like mine, but is much more concentrated on XRP. That's the guy I respect. That's a guy who has achieved stuff by investing in crypto, and not just shilling, I don't know, some hype narratives and just selling courses. I sell courses, he sells courses, but it's a small percentage of our net worth. The majority has been made off crypto. So maybe listen to people like him. Maybe listen to people like me. We're not negative guys. They keep telling him he's negative. They keep telling me I'm negative. There are a few other handful of people that people refer to as negative. It has nothing to do with negativity, guys. If you think that's negative, then reality is negative. Then making money is negative. You know what I mean? You should look at it as a positive. If somebody's out there who has turned a very small amount of money into a lot of money, and they're teaching you how to do it, maybe you should take it as a positive. Maybe you should think that this is amazing that there's actually a guy that knows what he's doing, that he's not telling me that basically I'm going to become super rich overnight because XRP is going to $100. Maybe listen to these people. You know what I mean? Maybe listen to when somebody's telling you once again how they did it, and they're showing you step by step how they're going to do it and how they're doing it currently right now. Maybe listen to these people. If they're time and again right, much more right than other people. For example, right now, just keep in mind once again that that XRP retraced to roughly 50 cents. It did not go to $10. Just keep that in mind, my friends. Draco Magnus saying, damn, being on a king live at the pool is so I'm going to make it. Cheers, Draco. Jeremy Robinson saying, keep it real, Rob. I don't always agree with you, but you're one of the best of the XRP community. Moonboys hurt more than help. Keep up actual analytics. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Thank you. That's very nice of you. Luca Matei saying, some hype coming. Probably very possible. Gerald Vander Gretchen is saying Grayscale Bitcoin ETF has just been approved. Market is pumping right now. It's all right, Gerald. Let it pump, even if it's going to pump. Let's see how sustainable that pump is. Let's see if they're making higher highs and higher lows. Like I said, whatever happens, we'll stick to our strategy. If the market keeps making higher highs and higher lows, as it has been doing, we're going to wait for take profits to hit. We're going to set trailing take profits, and we're going to get out of the market in accordance with our system. If the market crashes and we get more of our entries in the millionaire spreadsheet, we're going to dollar cost average and diversify. There are a lot of little movements that are insignificant in this space that people really hype up. Let's see what's happening on a macro picture. And mind you, there are currently people, once again, keep that in mind, right? Who've been telling you this whole year that Bitcoin is going to $250,000 or $200,000, and there are literally 3 months remaining. So they're telling you that within 3 months, Bitcoin is going to be worth around $200,000, which is, of course, very unrealistic, and I really don't see that happening. Yeah, Draco, absolutely, my friend. Please kind of put a like while you're here, my friends. We've got another 8 minutes. So if you have any questions, please let me know. I'm going to finish the live once we're 30 minutes in. Either way, my friends, remember, stick to the strategy, stick to the millionaire spreadsheet, dollar cost average, and diversify in accordance with the millionaire spreadsheet, with the targets that are there, into the coins that are there. Remain patient. If there's a strong fear narrative, don't get scared, don't get shaken out, don't think the end of the world is coming. Simply look at the millionaire spreadsheet, dollar cost average, and diversify in accordance with the spreadsheet. If the market crashes, but you already bought at a certain price target, do not buy there once again. You only buy at new lows. If you missed that entry and you recently joined in the millionaire spreadsheet, then you can execute that buy. As for the entries that we already have, once again, we do not sell anything. We hold what we have. We have amazing entries that we bought after major crashes. We'll start selling them once the market starts putting in higher highs and higher lows, and once coins have pumped hard. We're going to start setting trailing take profits, and we're going to start taking profits and laddering out, and we're going to make sure we do not rotate those profits and only buy back after, once again, major crashes, once the euphoria stage of the market ends, and we have money in our pocket, basically. So yeah, that's that, my friends. Let's see what else I gotta say. If you, like I mentioned before, if you really want to buy some coins that have potential, you can join the $99 tier. There are some coins and there are some gems that I do believe that will deliver 50 to 100x profits, but once again, only in the euphoria stage of the market. So it's not something that's going to happen soon. If you're willing to hold some projects for a while, you can join that tier. Every single coin has a different post explaining why I bought it, the research I did, and where I bought it, at what price, the amount I bought with, and every single coin has a take profit strategy and a trailing take profit as the coin keeps pumping systematically for every single coin, except for the first 3 coins, but the other like 20 something coins, you have that. I don't think there's anything else I could possibly mention, my friends. Once again, if we get some kind of pump right now, you probably see some hype and Moon Boys come out and talk about how basically we're going to the moon. Do not FOMO. Remember, we do not chase green candles, just like during the XRP pump to 90 cents that we had recently. I kept reiterating on Twitter, on the Patreon, do not FOMO, we do not FOMO, we do not FOMO. We do not chase green candles, we do not force entries. We'll simply hold what we have. And then once again, if we get some fantastic crashes, we're going to buy more. If not, we have amazing entries. We have enough coins. We have enough bags, more than enough. And once they go to the moon, we'll start selling it, get out. Very, very straightforward, my friends. Yeah, very straightforward. All right. Thank you very much for joining the live. I really appreciate it. If you're here, please kind of put a like before I go, and bye-bye, my friends. I'll talk to the members in Patreon DMs, and I'll talk to the rest of you on Twitter. Catch up with you guys later. Bye-bye.